Hello learners, welcome to CM course on CAD CAM. I am Dr. K. Tamilmanan, Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering, School of Engineering and Technology, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Today we are going to discuss the topic on computer graphics transformations. The computer graphics transformation is one of the major component of CAD software systems. What the transformations? What is transformation? Basically, the transformation is a process of converts the geometry from one coordinate system to the another coordinate systems. Basically, it's a process. It converts the geometry of the object, image, or any other component that may be transferred. The coordinates of the particular geometry of the object or image can be transferred to the another coordinate systems. This transformation process, the images can be transferred. It may be enlarged. That called that scaling. That's it reduce the size or increase the size. And rotated or moved. It can be rotated. It can be rotated at different angles and moved on the screen from one place to another place. It can be translation. So there are three types of transformation process such as scaling, rotation and translation. It plays a central role in model construction and viewing the image. So we know that there are two-dimensional transformation. There are three various process: the translational process, scaling process, and rotation process. These are the basic 2D transformations. In this figure shows that this is the original image or object. In translation, the second figure shows the translation, the process of translation. That means that the coordinates of image or object that can be translated into another coordinate system. The object in the figure 1 shows the object that has been translated from one coordinate system to the another coordinate system. That is, this process called the translation. So another process is called scaling. This is the original position. After the scaling, the size can be reduced. It may be enlarged. So either the size of the object or image can be reduce the size from the original position or enlarge the size from the original position is called the scaling process. Another one is the rotation process. It's rotation transformation. It can be the original object rotated into another different angle. That's called rotation process. So the theta can be varied. So these are the three major transformation process in two-dimensional, such as translational, scaling and rotation. First we'll see about the translation process. In two-dimensional, translation is the simplest form of translation process. It is a rigid body transformation that moves the object without any deformations. Simply it translates some coordinate system to the another coordinate systems. It's not moving the image of the dimension of the image of the object. So it can be transferred only the coordinates of the object, not moving any deformation. It not takes place any deformation. It is one of the most important and easily understood transformation in CAD. So this is the simplest and important transformation process in CAD system. So one can easily to understand the transformation process in the CAD system. Two-dimensional translation is a movement of an object from one position to another position. That means that one object position coordinates can be moved into another object coordinates. In two-dimensional translation, move the object and x, y along straight line by adding the increments in x-axis and y-axis. This is a basic principle of 2D translation. It is moved to be the coordinates of each corner point. So each corner point coordinates has been moved. Let us now consider the point on the object represented by P. The P having the points x and y, which is translated along x and y axis. It can be translated in x, y axis, x axis and y axis. Which is translated along x and y axis by adding the distance tx and ty. In x axis we are adding the tx and x axis adding the ty. The figure shows the 2D translation images. This is the x axis, this is the y axis. So the point P having the coordinates x and y. We are adding the increments in x-axis and y-axis along the straight line. So, which is translated, the original line has been translated, original point has been translated from the point P to the point P dash. How we can translate? By adding the x and y axis, tx and ty respectively. We can add the tx and ty in the corresponding x and y axis. So we'll get that the new coordinate position such as x dash y dash. The p dash is the x dash y dash. So we will get the new translated position. So that the p of xy has been translated into p dash of x dash and y dash. This process is called two-dimensional translation process. So how we can translate the object? That now we can see the process of the translation. The new coordinate after translation is given by the following equation. So we know that P is the xy. The P shows the points x and y. So we have the two coordinates, x coordinates and y coordinates. The P having the points, initial point, it's x and y. The x and y coordinates is original point P. It's the initial point or original point coordinates. X and y is the initial point or original point coordinates. So P is the xy. Then we are getting the new points. So we are adding the new points. So x dash equal to x plus tx. So x is the original point. Tx is the translation vector. We are adding the increments. So we are adding the translation vector or increments in the respective directions. So Tx adding in the x axis and Ty adding in the y axis. So x dash equal to x plus Tx and y dash equal to y plus Ty. So that we'll get the final translated point P dash. The P dash is equal to x plus tx and y plus ty. So finally we'll get x dash and y dash. P dash will get that x dash and y dash. So the image shows a P, the object is the original object or original image. Adding the increments in x axis and y axis, the tx in x axis and ty in the y axis. This is called translation vector or increments. So that we can add the translated vectors and increment in corresponding x-axis and y-axis, we will get the new object, new translated object, that's called P dash. That is P dash is the x dash and y dash. This is a process of called 2D translation. Similarly, we can have the 3D scaling. Here it's we have to consider the three axes, x, y and z axis. The remaining procedure is same as in 2D scaling. Scaling is a transformation applied to change the scale and entity. Scaling is a process of transformation applied to change the scale of entity. It is done by increasing the distance between the points of the drawing. So while increasing the distance, we can enlarge the scaling object. Simultaneously, we can decreasing the distance, we can reduce the size of the object. It means that it can be done by multiplying the coordinates of drawing by enlargement or reduction factor, calling is scaling factor. So we can multiply the coordinate systems, we will get the new enlarged or reduction factor. That factor is called the scaling factor. The size of entity is altered by the application of scaling factor. The size of the object, image or entity which can be enlarged or which can be reduced by the application of scaling factor. So here the scaling factor plays a very important role in the scaling process. The image shows the process of 3D scaling. So the point P is the original object. The point P dash is this rotated objects. Translate the scaled objects. That P dash is a scaled object. So that original object has been enlarged into new object, such is called P dash. So P which shows this is the original object which can be enlarged into P dash as a from the original object. So it's an enlarged new object. So how we can enlarge it? By multiplying the scaling factor such as Sx and Sy. Here Sx and Sy is acting as a scaling factor. So that the scaling factors converts the original image into the enlarged image. Simultaneously we can the scaling factor during this by multiplying scaling factors we can reduce the size also. How the 3D scaling process takes place? The new coordinates after scaling are given by the following equation. The P is the original position. The coordinates are x, y. The x, y are initial coordinate values of the object. X dash and y dash is the final coordinate of the object. This figure shows that P is having the x and y coordinates. After the enlargement, the P dash having the x dash and y dash coordinates systems. So here Sx is a scaling factor along x-axis and Sy scaling factor along y-axis. So here it's Sx is act as a scaling factor in x-axis and here Sy is placed a scaling factor in y-axis. So that the multiplication of scaling factors into the original points, we can have the new enlarged object or new enlarged image. So that the equation can also represent it in a matrix form. So that we will get that the multiplication of original object is called P, which having the xy coordinates. The xy coordinates are initial coordinate values and Sx and Sy are scaling factor along x-axis and y-axis respectively. So the multiplication of scaling factor and this original object in original coordinates, we will get the new coordinates, new objects coordinates such as x dash and y dash. So by multiplying the scaling factor into initial point, we can have the new enlarged or reduced size object coordinates. So this is a matrix, scaling matrix. It shows Sx in x and Xx in x-axis and Xy in the y-axis. So multiplying the scaling matrix, we can have the new enlarged reduced object. So according to this figure. So that figure, original image P is enlarged into P dash. Another process is called rotational process. The image of the object is rotated about a fixed point. So the object of the image is rotated based on the fixed point. The final position and orientation of geometry is decided by angle of rotation and the base point about which rotation is to be done. So the final position and orientation of the geometry or object decided by the angle of rotation. How much angle we can have the rotation will take place. How much angle we have specified to take rotation. So based on that angle of rotation, the rotation of the image will take place. So in this figure shows this is the original object. So this object here it's slightly varied, but here it's varied the different angles. Here also it's varied different angles. So according to the angle of rotation, the image has been rotated and the base point about which the rotation is to be done. So that the image of the object is rotated about the fixed point. Only the angle of rotation will take place. The development of transformation matrix consider a point P as object in xy plane. So that in the transformation of matrix, consider a point, initial point P. P is the object. The coordinates are xy of the plane. Being rotated in anti-clockwise direction to get the new position P dash by adding the angle theta. So the new position P dash is given by P dash is a x dash and y dash. The same concept is using that here it is that theta is playing the rotation of the angle. So that initial points x and y, the respect to the x coordinates and y coordinates has been rotated with the angle theta. So we will get the new rotated object. So that called P dash, such as P dash equal to x dash and y dash. The x dash and y dash are the new rotated object coordinates. In 2D rotation is a rigid body transformation that move the object along the circular path in xy plane. Is a rigid body transformation that move the object along the circular path in xy plane. The rotation will take place in the circular path along the x and y plane. The performed rotation is necessary to define the rotation of the angle theta. The rotation of the object has been defined by the rotation angle theta. The position of the rotation point is called pivot point. Position of rotation is called the base point is called the pivot point. The positive value of theta rotates the object in counterclockwise direction about the pivot point. If you put that positive value in the angle of rotation theta, so the object will take place in counterclockwise direction about the pivot point. The negative value of theta, if you provide the theta as the negative value, it rotates the object in counterclockwise direction about the pivot point. So these are two different principles working in the rotation transformation. If you add the positive value in theta, so the object will rotate in counterclockwise direction. If you add negative value in theta, it rotates in counterclockwise directions. So accordingly, the object has been rotated. So the figure shows that the P is the original point, P is the x and y is the original point in the x coordinates and y coordinates. Adding the theta, the pivot fixed at the rotation about the fixed point is called pivot point, so that it can be rotated into rotated into the angle theta. So the object has been rotated into with respect to the angle theta. So we'll get the new object, the P dash, x dash and y dash. We'll get the object has been rotated into new position. That coordinates is called x dash in the x-axis and y dash in the y-axis. So adding the theta, we can have the new rotated object. How we can rotate the object? What is the basic process? What is the mathematical equation? Let us consider the point Pxy rotates through an angle theta about the origin. The original position is specified by P is x, y. So x, y is the initial coordinates of the object. So the x is defined by r cos phi and y defined the r sin phi. So the image shows that this is the x axis, this is the y axis, this is the original points x and this is the original point y. So this is the object P, which has been rotated into new object P dash. How we can rotate? By adding the angle theta, so that the x coordinates is the r cos phi and y coordinates is the r sin phi. The coordinates of the point after rotation will get that P dash, that is the x dash and y dash. The new coordinates after rotation will have the new coordinates is the x dash in x axis and y dash is in y axis. So the x dash, how we can get the new points? The x dash is r cos theta plus phi. So we are adding the theta with the x coordinates. So x coordinates are r cos phi, y coordinates are r sin phi. We are adding the theta in the x coordinates as well as y coordinates. So we are adding the theta in x coordinates here. So we will get the new coordinates of x dash. So r cos theta plus phi. Then we can expand the equation r cos theta cos phi minus r sin theta sin phi. So we will get ultimately x cos theta minus y sin theta. This is the new coordinates of the new rotated coordinates x dash, such as x cos theta minus y sin theta. Similarly, the y dash in y coordinate systems, if y is the r sin phi. So we can add the theta in the y axis. So we will get that new y dash coordinate system, rotated new coordinates. The object has been rotated to the y coordinates, such as that r sin phi plus theta. We are adding theta with the y axis. Y equal to r sin phi. We are adding the theta. So we will get r sin phi plus theta. So we can expand the equation r sin theta cos phi plus r cos theta sin phi. So we can simplify the equation. We can get that x sin theta plus y cos theta. So this is the new coordinates of the rotated object in y axis. So y dash equal to x sin theta plus y cos theta. So that it can be written in the matrix as P dash equal to r into P. So r is the rotation angle theta, P is the initial point, X and Y. So X is the R cos phi and Y is the R sin phi. We are multiplying we are adding the angle theta. We can have the X dash and Y dash. The X dash and Y dash is a new rotated object coordinates in respectively X axis and Y axis, such as P dash. So we have that the original object P has been rotated into P dash, the rotated object with angle theta. This is the principle of this rotation process. Next, 3D transformations. So 3D transformation in rotation. In computer graphics, transformation is a process of modifying and repositioning the existing graphics. So the 3D transformation takes place in three-dimensional plane. So the 3D transformation are important, bit more complex than 2D transformation. So similarly, that 3D transformation in computer graphics is a process modifying and repositioning the existing graphics. The existing image can be modified and repositioned. So how we can do that? We can do the same, that 3D scaling, rotation and translations. The 3D transformation takes place in three-dimensional plane. So that's why it's called 3D transformations. The 3D transformation are most important and bit more complex than 2D transformations. So because it can be viewed entire object of the model, so that it's most important in that for doing that graphic image, and it's comparatively in 2D transformation it's little bit complex in that object of the images. And 3D computer graphics is a technique rendering three-dimensional images, shapes on a digital computer using 3D specialized software. By using the 3D specialized software, we can have create the new three-dimensional images and shapes on the CAD system. Now the 3D translational. It is one of the most important, easily understand transformation in CAD system. The translation is a movement of an object from one position to another position. It is move the coordinates of each corner point. It is one of the most important, easily understand transformation in CAD system. Translation is a movement of object from one position to another position. It is moved from the coordinates from each corner point. Each corner point can be moved. 3D translation move the object as x, y, z coordinates along the straight lines, adding increments in x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Earlier in 2D translation, we are adding the increments in x-axis and y-axis only, but here we can add the increment in z-axis also. So how do the 3D translations? The 3D translation, that x dash, that will get that x new object, translated object is the x dash. So x adding the increment dx in x-axis. So x, y, z are original coordinates in x, y, z axis, and x dash, y dash, z dash is the new translated object coordinates. So x, y, z is the original object coordinates, which can be translated into x dash, y dash and z dash. How we can translate? By adding the increments or translational vectors such as tx dash, ty dash and tz dash. So x dash equal to x plus tx dash. In x-axis we are adding the increment tx dash. In y-axis adding the increment in ty dash. In z-axis adding the increment in tz dash. So the cohomogeneous representation of the matrix is x dash, y dash, z dash is 1 equal to. We are making the converting to the homogeneous representation of matrix form, so that we can have the matrix equation such as x dash, y dash, z dash 1 equal to 1 0 0 tx, 0 1 0 ty, 0 0 1 tz, 0 0 0 1 x and x y z 1. So we can simplify the equation. We can have the p dash equal to tt in p. The tt is a transformation matrix. So the transformation matrix is multiplied with the original matrix. We can have the translated 3D object. Next, 3D scaling process. 3D scaling is a transformation is applied to change the scale entity. It is basically the scaling is one of the transformation process. Change the scale at entity. It may be enlarged or it may be reduced the size. It is done increasing the distance between the points of the drawing. We can increase the distance between the points or we can reduce the distance between the points. It means that it can be done by multiplying the coordinates of drawing by enlargement or reduction is called scaling factor. So the scaling factors remain the same as in 2D also. So we can the enlargement or reduction factor. In 3D scaling, the x dash, the y dash, z dash is a new scaled images. X, y, z is the original object coordinates systems. We are multiplying with scaling factors such as sx, sy, sz. Xx in x-axis, y-axis is sy in y-axis, sz in z-axis. So that we can have the new x dash, y dash, z dash, new scaled images. So multiplying the original point x, y, z is the original coordinate systems with the scaling factors sx, sy, sz. Show that the matrix has been represented in the homogeneous form, such as the x dash, y dash, z dash 1 equal to sx 0 0 0 0 0 sy 0 0 0 0 sz 0 0 0 0 1 x y z. After simplifying the scaling matrix, we can have the scaling factor x x sy sz. So we can have the new scaled matrix enlarged object such as p dash, the ts into p. P is the original coordinates and ts is the scaling factor. So multiply with the original coordinates with the scaling factor, we can have the new scaled enlarged object with the new coordinates. Next, 3D rotation. Rotation is another important geometric transformation in CAD. Here the drawing is rotated about a fixed point. The final position and orientation of the geometry is decided by the angle of rotation. The base point about which is rotation is to be done. So already we are discussing 2D rotation also these factors. The rotation of transformation is about origin 0. This is a base point. It's called as a pivot point. In 3D rotation, we must design the axis of rotation at angle of rotation. Let us point is rotated about the axis through the angle theta. So that x dash equal to x cos theta and y sin theta. So y dash equal to x sin theta and y cos theta. So that z dash equal to z. So that in 3D rotation, the homogeneous representative matrix is x dash, y dash, z dash is 1. So cos theta minus sin theta 0 0, sin theta cos theta 0 0, 0 0 1 0, 0 0 0 1 and xy z1. After simplifying this equation, we can have the p dash tr into p. So p is the initial value and p dash is the rotated value. So the tr is a transformation, that is a rotation matrix. In this course, a CAD-CAM, we can have the further reading. For this book, kind of books can be referred. The CAD-CAM Sim by Radhakrishnan P. and CAD-CAM by Gruver Michael B. Zimmers, Emory W. CAD-CAM by Principle and Application of P. N. Rao, Mastering of CAD-CAM. Learners, so far we have discussed the various topics in transformation, such as what is transformation, basic concepts of transformations, various classification of transformation, such as two-dimensional transformation, three-dimensional transformations, and various function of transformation, such as scaling, rotation, and translation. Hope you might have understand the basic concepts and function of transformation. Thanks for patient listening.